I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Great, thank you. This morning, this is going to be a very simple, obviously I am not an AstroTurf kind of person here. I am real grassroots, so I don't have any singers, I don't have any dancers, I don't have any clowns, I don't have any
They're all in Washington.
anything formal like that. I'm just going to come up and make some remarks, and then we're going to line the streets and rally a little bit. So, there are some petitions over here on the table. There are three clipboards. They are all the same, so you only need to sign one. These are going to Washington, to President Obama. A copy is also going to go to Mr. Schumer, one to Ms. Gillibrand, one to Mr. Hinchey.
Good luck.
And unfortunately, the past petitions that I sent to them all, none of them have responded. However, we're going to keep sending them.
Good.
Essentially, I'm going to walk through today what's on that petition, and it's called We the People. I hope that sounds familiar. And I don't claim to try and, do as good a job as our founders did, but I think that there's a lot of things that we can take from that, and a lot of things that are very pertinent to what's going on today. So, first of all of you out there, I want to thank you, Angry Mob, for coming, because it's too bad because our administration has called us extremists, they've called us racist, they've called us angry mobs, they've called us every single thing in the book. And what I see out there is people who care about what's going on in their country. They care about the direction that the country's going in, and they think it's the wrong direction. They want the government to just stop getting into their lives and stay out of our business. We're perfectly adequate to do the job ourselves. Yeah. And we the people, it's time that we start taking the power back. We start making our voices heard. Back in April when I did the first Tea Party, it was, I was very scared. I was terrified about what was going on in the country. We had another Tea Party in July, and now what we're doing here today is we're supporting a 9/12 rally in Washington. And these are the people here today that couldn't be in Washington, but we're still here in Gardiner, and we're supporting those people that are going to march in Washington. There are tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of people. I know a lot of them personally. They took buses, they commandeered trains, they drove, they flew, and they walked. And they are going to march in Washington today, and they're going to let the president know who we are, and it's we the people who are in control, not them in Washington. So that's what we're here for today. Support those people. The 9/12 rally really was started by, the 9/12 movement was started by Glenn Beck, and on Fox today he is going to be hosting the rally that's going to be live from 1 o'clock until 3 o'clock. And right now there's a load of people marching up Pennsylvania Avenue to the White House. So even though we can't be there with them, we're there with them in spirit. So there we go.
Amen.
Okay, I hope I can read this because I don't have my glasses on. But I'm going to start out, and this is what's on the petition. We the people want to eliminate corporate and death taxes, eliminate progressive income tax in favor of a flat income tax or a national sales tax, and have every single citizen required to pay tax. Not 10%, not 20%, not 30%. Everybody pays something, because if you don't buy into the system, you think there's a free lunch, then you don't have any really reason to make the system work better. Okay, if you're just taking and not giving. Every single person in this country, including our elected officials, by the way, like Mr. Tax King Gardiner, should pay their taxes. By the way, we should also make sure they all pay their taxes before they get a job in Washington.
Right.
Number two, we the people want to eliminate the special exempt status granted to environmental groups, fight efforts to use environmental regulations to set policy and diminish the national standard of living, such as cap and trade, and to regulate man-made climate change. Okay? We're tired of people who worship the animals and nature more than they do worship people.
Yes,
It's we the people. That's what this country is made up of, and the environmental groups have their own agenda. They would like to see us wiped off the face of the earth. They don't want any development. And, we just think that they should pay taxes too. I'll give you an example. Right up the road here, Mohawk Preserve. Beautiful. Tens of thousands of acres of land. They don't pay one single dime to contribute to anything here in Gardiner. Not one dime. And yet every time there's a development going on, who's the first one here in Gardiner to, speak out against development? Mohawk Preserve. Well, you know what? If they want to speak out, let them pay up. That's what I say.
Yeah. Amen.
We the people want to limit the Supreme Court judicial review power, which exceeds the framers' intent. It's out of control. These people should be judges. They should not be making policy in office. And,
You got that right.
Well, okay. That's all we should just want. Maybe their limits should be restricted a little bit. We the people want to sunset all independent federal agencies each year, subject to Congress reestablishing them, require government to reimburse individuals and enterprises for the cost of devaluation of private property from regulation, eliminate unions for federal government employees, and reduce civilian federal workforce by 20% or more. That sounds like a big job, but basically what it's saying is we want government to pare itself back and get rid of all the waste. Okay, get rid of all of the unions for government employees. If the government is such a great employer, why do they need unions in the first place? Okay? And also, private property rights. That's basically what this is saying. It's saying that every time the government regulates something, they put in zoning laws, they're telling you that you can't do something with your private property. They're regulating the misuse or the limited use of your property, and they're not compensating you for it. Okay? And that is wrong. Because our Constitution gives everybody the right to private property, and if it's taken away, you should be compensated for it. We the people want to eliminate monopoly control of government education by the National Education Association and the American Federation of Teachers. Eliminate tenure and make teachers accountable. Eliminate federal Department of Education, since education is best governed at the state and local level. Why is the United States government telling us what we do with our kids? It's horrible. And I think that the government should just stay out of the education business, let the local people decide what's best for the education for their children, allow school vouchers, and let parents determine how their kids are going to get educated, not the federal government. We the people want to eliminate chain migration, which gives control over immigration policy to aliens, secure the nation borders, and enforce immigration laws, and end multiculturalism, diversity and bilingualism in public institutions, and become a melting pot once again, and have American culture flourish and English as the official national language. And this country wants to welcome everyone here. This is a country that's always welcomed people. We have the Statue of Liberty. People are free to come here and do what they want, but they need to do it legally. They need to come in and they need to pay their dues and earn the right to be a United States citizen, okay? This is the best country in the world, and that's why people want to come here. And we want to have them come here, but they need to do it legally. We the people want to end the trap of entitlements and fix Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, which are bankrupting this country, and fight all efforts to nationalize the health care system. Okay? This is what the big debate's all about. It's all about control, people, okay? They want to control every aspect of your life, and if they can control your medical care, that means they can basically, they own you, okay? Regardless of what the president said on television the other night, he may not have been telling us the complete truth, okay? I get that suspicion, and frankly, I don't think the American people are stupid to buy into it. That's why you're here right now. We're not buying into it, okay?
That's right.
If they wanted to reform, well, if they wanted to really reform health care, then why don't they fix the Medicare system right now, okay?
Right.
Why don't they let people opt out of Medicare? They don't give you that choice. Instead of keeping that money in your pocket every month to buy your own insurance, okay? They're taking it and they're saying you must pay into the system. They want that system for every single person in the United States, regardless of the age. Cradle to grave, they want you all under their control.
Congress.
Except Congress. Good point.
And certain unions.
So